Okay.
Okay? I know, right?
This is a pretty picture.
Down your
on
name
the
on it.
Bible.
Pardon?
This is a beautiful picture on the Bible.
Oh, I know, and she didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't know until this morning it came through. And I didn't know what kind of dreaming was going to show up. Okay? But it worked out, definitely. But first, I have one of my favorite jokes. So if you already know it, then please. So please don't spoil it for others. Okay? All right. This one, and if you remember it, it's very cute. A nun at Hooters. A nun badly needing to use the restroom walked into the local Hooters. Y'all know what Hooters is, okay. The place was hoppy with music and loud conversation, and every once in a while the lights would turn off. Each time the lights would go out, the place would erupt into cheers. Woo! However, when the revelers saw the nun, the room went dead silent. She walked up to the bartender and asked, "May I please use your restroom?" The bartender replied, "Okay, but I should warn you that there's a statue of a naked man and they're wearing only a fig leaf." "Well, in that case, I'll just look the other way," said the nun. So the bartender showed the nun to the back of the restaurant. After a few minutes, she came back and the whole place stopped just long enough to give the nun a loud round of applause. She went to the bartender and said, "Sir, I don't understand. Why did they applaud for me because I just went to the restroom?" "Well, now they know you're one of us," says the bartender. "Would you like a drink?" "No, thank you, but I still don't understand," said the puzzled nun. "You see," laughed the bartender, "every time someone lifts the fig leaf on the statue, the lights go out." Now, how about that drink? One of my favorites. You know what I love about that is that you can just see this little nun in a habit. Oh, anyway, you can tell that to other people. It'll be good. What can I say? Oh, wait a minute. I lost my, where? Okay, here it is. Where? There it is. Okay. I wasn't sure, my talk title is called The Joy of Dreaming, and I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but as it came through, I was going through the internet looking for places to find some ideas about, do I talk about a big dream like Martin Luther King, do I talk about dreaming? And then I remembered about a client of mine because I teach Pilates. I have a Pilates machine in my studio. And she went to a class with Don Miguel Ruiz from the Four Agreements. And he had a class where they would go on a weekend and they would do the Toltec dreaming. And what they would do is that would bring them into a higher level of consciousness and awareness. And I remember that she was going to this monthly for, I think the commitment was for 1 year. And I remembered that, and then I found this website, Diana, because you probably should write it down, thejoyofdreaming.com, okay? And when I found the website, it talks about how when we dream, that it allows us to connect into our divine and to connect into our intuition, Douglas. And so really what she's talking about is every evening to really be awake and aware and to think about what you want to have in your life. But more than that, to review your day and then to go into your evening and say, well, how did that go and what do I want to shift out? So there was a gal, I went to a workshop with, she's a transactional, Pat Allen. Pat Allen is a woman who is a transactional therapist, and she does a lot of couple counseling and a lot of how to find your perfect mate. Because she has a book she wrote, I think it's probably in the used book section, Getting to I Do. But it's not about getting married as such, it's about how to connect to yourself and about how to allow yourself to embrace who you are. And then in that regard, you're going to attract who you want into your life. And I went to a workshop on what she had us do, and I want to share the process with you because it was fascinating. okay, I want you to remember 3 dreams and you're gonna write them down. I'm like, I don't remember my dreams. I don't remember anything. You know, that's crazy. But she said, here's how you do it. Just before you drop off, I remember my dreams, I remember my dreams, I remember my dreams. And you keep saying that, I remember my dreams. And you have to be really quick when you wake up and write down the image, write down whatever it is going on, because if you don't, you're not going to remember it. And the other thing about dreaming is that it really gives us a lot of messages from the universe if we're aware of it. You know, a couple of stories, there was a gal and she was dreaming about, and this is people come to me and they ask me about their dreams. She was dreaming about walking down a sidewalk and this woman was like kind of shrouded and you know, she looked menacing to her. And she kept having this dream over and over and over. And finally, she sat and she went into a meditation and said, you know, to the character in her dream, who are you and what do you want? And it was actually her. And she felt so overwhelmed with her workload that that character was showing her, you need to lighten up and change your life. And that's how you can interpret some of these dreams. But you have to connect in and talk to that character in the dream. Isn't that beautiful? Another one was prolific, where they are warned about something in the future. You all know the story about Elizabeth Taylor. Then she was going to get on a plane and she had her intuition was twanging and she didn't get on the plane and the plane crashed. Did you know that? Yeah, there's a lot of stories like that. And then she was uneasy, and I think, wasn't one of her husband, Michael Todd, did die.
And she knew it right before he.
Yep, and she knew that. So she was really connected with her intuition. It was incredible. So you read these stories about these individuals. So what you do with dreaming, and we haven't talked about that much here, is that it's a way for us to also, anybody have a question in your life that you want to clarify? Anybody besides me? I know you do, right? Does anybody want to have something that you want to expand in your life? Right, Joanne, of course, wants to sell more houses. Diana wants to sell her artwork, I think. Yeah? Okay. What do you want, Roxy?
I guess the thing that came to mind immediately was a man. And I was surprised that. I was really surprised because I've been taking a hiatus.
Well, that's all right. You know,
yeah.
When you're ready, he will appear.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Anybody else? You know, is there something that's on your mind and you
Selling
can't?
astrology readings for me too.
Right, right.
Selling astrology readings.
Right. Oh, okay. So that's a good one too. But, you know, really using this tool, and, you know, I see it. It was in Judith Orloff's book. It's probably in her book. I haven't read the whole thing, How to Rule the World from Your Couch. Really what you read, Douglas, that was about setting an intention when you go to bed at night and shifting what you desire. So, of course, I want to do a little process with you. And here is the section of her website where she talks about dreams and decision making, which I find beautiful, and I'm actually going to do one on the center, you know, because I was thinking about that as I was reading this. One of the most exciting aspects of dream work is allowing a dream to evaluate a decision or intention. The higher level of the unconscious is a wise caretaker, always looking out for our best interests. Conscious decisions are processed on the unconscious level, and dreams reflect how those intentions and decisions fit into our life blueprint. Dreams offer clear guidance about our relationships, personal and professional. Dreams mirror our behavior and attitudes and help us resolve issues. Is this the right job for me? Do I want to marry the person? Should we buy the house? Is this the best career change? And I know people have come up to me and they say, I don't know what to do. I have this person in my life, or I don't know what to do about my job. And, you know, and when I'm reading this going, this is perfect for today. So here's the steps that she said to do, and I really like these steps. So you ask for spiritual help, trusting that whatever you need, you will be given. That's the other part, is that I believe that we have to have trust and faith. That's the underlying foundation. Because if we don't believe that we can have it, do you all believe you can have everything you desire? Really deep down believe it. And you have to ask yourself that, because if you don't, it's about developing that faith and that belief that it's all there for you. It's always right there. It's like God's like, here baby, I'm giving you the chocolates, you just need to eat them. But a lot of times we don't, because we don't feel worthy, and we don't feel valuable, and we don't feel that we are lovable enough. And that's really what it is. And I'll sit there with myself, you know, during the week, and I'll go up and down with my emotions. Anybody else ever do that? I mean, you know, you're like, oh, I feel great. Then, oh, I don't feel so good. I feel fabulous. I don't feel so good. And you know what? That's normal, because we're human beings. Thank God we have the up and down so we can know what the up feels like. Okay? Because if you never go down, you're never going to feel it. So what this takes is that when you're dreaming, to trust and to believe that as you put this question out and as you give that inquiry to the universe, that you will get exactly what you need. And then you will have it. But there's a part of us that sabotages and takes away from that belief and the ease and grace. You know, everything we teach is like super simple here. Do you know that? It's so simple, it's like hard. Because we think it's hard, don't we? We think it's difficult, but it's not. So if we are just saying, hey, it's not, whoop, I think did my battery go out? Gosh, bless it.
No, I think we hear her.
Here we go. There we go. Okay, hopefully it'll stay on. No, it's not. Okay, anyway, oh, there we go. It's going in and out. He's going in and out, baby. I'm going to give it to
Up and
Bob.
down.
Up and down. It just matched my top. This is so great. All right. Anyway, thank goodness we can flow with the ups and downs. But what I was saying is that, you know, there was a point in time when I thought, and you've heard this saying before, where, you know, I just have to take what life gives me. And that's not the truth. You can co-create with spirit. And it's not like, you know, it's not like we have to take the bitter with the sweet. There is going to be that on your spiritual path. But what I'm saying is that we have the ability to change the blueprint of what we think is going to happen. Let's say we were raised a certain way in a family, or look at society. Oh, you know, the economy's not good, you know, it's going to really get bad later. And, you know, if you buy into all that and you keep putting that thought in your mind, it's like you were saying, Douglas, it's that you will create that reality. But there were people during the Great Depression that thrived and they were okay. You know why? Because they believed it. And in their world, that's what they believed rather than what was outside of themselves. So on this one, know as much as possible. Oh, I'm going to finish with that. Ask for spiritual help, trusting that whatever you need, you will be given. This establishes your foundation and affirms your intention of resolving the situation. So again, deep faith. Know as much as possible about your situation. This acknowledges your situation and engages you in the process. Do the best you can with what you know. Make the best decision possible with the information you have. So for you, you know, I actually take it a step further to trust spirit on this one. I have a question or a decision, and I have, maybe I want to change my career. I wanted to do something. I know when I came up...
Don't change your career.
Well, no, I changed it to come up here. I was an insurance agent, okay? So anyway, so I remember that moment distinctly when somebody, and it'll be somebody outside of you, you'll put this intention out, put it into your dream work, put it out there into the universe as an inquiry. But I remember my office mate, and he said to me, you know, I see pictures, you have Mother Mary on your calculator, and you have, you know, this guru on your wall. He goes, when are you going to go do the spiritual work you want to do? And I looked at him and I'm like, what? Because he was like one of the #1 producers in the agency. And I couldn't believe it. And so I thought about that, but the thing that stopped me was what?
Fear?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what stops all of us, because we're afraid if we shift out of the status quo that life is not going to be easy and it's not going to be good. But yet, it really is going to be better than what you think. I wasn't happy, and I was not fulfilled doing that job. So when that man said, you need to be doing something where you could do your spiritual work, I'm like, oh, and here's my mind, oh, you can't make any money doing that. Well, here I am. So it can make, you can, you absolutely can. I'm not making $100 grand a year, but I'm happy. And that's the key thing, is that whether you're making 20,000 or 100,000, if you're happy, that's what counts. And that's when you're in the flow with the divine. So the next step, she said, if time allows, reflect on the decision and let it set for a day or two. Pay attention to any responses you may have, mental, physical, or emotional, in waking life as well as your new dreams. So what she's saying here, if you have a big decision to make, like, should I marry that man, or should I take this job, or should I go on that vacation? Oh, I'm feeling a little uneasy. Sit and be with it. Get out of the mind. And then what Thomas Edison used to do is allow yourself to be in that twilight state. And in that state, you're not thinking, you're just being. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like when you wake up and you're kind of not fully awake. That's a good time to really catch a lot of the beautiful intuition. So before you go to sleep, ask for a dream to evaluate the decision that you have written down. Keep paper and pen handy in order to jot down notes immediately. Remember what I told you? Because I forgot. Woo! Upon waking, next to your bed or in the bathroom. That's true. Do not rely on your memory to retain the dream, no matter how vivid it was. Dreams are rapidly forgotten. And I remember that situation where she said, you're going to have 3 dreams and we're going to evaluate 3 dreams. And I remember waking up, jotted one down. Woke up again, jotted another one. And I had the 3. I couldn't believe it, and I had not been doing any dreaming work, so you can do it too. Reread and then review. It says, she goes, go to the website and you can review about dreams and getting started, which you can. It's great. She has a good guide in here. It says, reread your dream to identify symbols and images. Don't rush to interpret. In particular, note how you felt in the dream. Ask yourself what you feel like in waking life. So you get this, you see a dream, what does that mean? Note the general theme of the dream. Is it positive or encouraging or alerting you that things are not going well? Pay special attention to anything new in the dream, such as a baby, marriage, or purchase. So examples of symbols affirming your decision. Isn't this cool? Friendly gatherings, especially with people who are energetic and whom you are fond of. Music, congratulations, awards, and praise. These are all like thumbs up, do it. Moving forward towards something positive. Approval from a respected, not feared authority figure. In my case, it was Reverend Michael and my dad. Growth such as flowers blooming or lush gardens. Peaceful sunny setting. Wedding scene, marrying someone you admire or desire to emulate. Wearing clothes that are especially becoming to you. Isn't this cool? Bring out the best in you and are appropriate for the occasion or event. And here are symbols that will contradict your decision. Unfriendly people. Discomfort with the people around you, war zones, battles, conflict, aggressive animals or insects attacking you. Have you ever had an insect attack you in a dream? I haven't had that one. Car stuff, absolutely. Car problems such as no brakes, crashes, no control over steering. Ooh, I've had that. How many of you have had that? You're driving in a car? Lots of times for me.
In dreams?
In dreams, a lot. Like I'm not driving the car and it's like, ah, in the back seat. Driving in the wrong lane or not entering or exiting the correct highway ramp.
Wow.
Downward movements such as falling. Ooh, we've all had those, right?
Yeah,
Falling.
yeah.
Tripping, problems with steps or ladders, difficulty climbing a mountain or hill. searching for your car, keys, wallet, or handbag. Have you ever in your dream lost your wallet or your purse or your, right? I've done that so many times. I wake up and I'm like, well, okay, something's going on in my life. I need to pay attention to this. Eating junk food, too much food on your plate. Wedding scene, getting married to the wrong person. Someone totally disagreeable to you, wearing clothes that are uncoordinated in color, style, or else inappropriate for the occasion or the event. Isn't that funny? Okay, even though you may not reach a full understanding of your dream, if you talk it out, you are likely to grasp some meaning and know if your decision was beneficial or not. Remember that deciding to do something you consider to be good may not be the best use of your talents and resources at this time, and in fact, may prevent you from a new venue currently unknown to you. So one of the things that it brought up for me is that as you dream and you notice things, I remember always writing down the feeling tone. How did it feel? Was there light and color in it? Did it feel good? Did it feel sad? So we're going to do a process today. So somebody want to help me pass these out? And this is paper and pencil. Bob, you want to do it? So what are you going to do? How many of you have a decision or something that you'd like clarification on? And if not, you're going to do it now. Because I know for me, oh, hand me one, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because it's just a question. You're going to do an inquiry question. And what it will look like, maybe you're not sure you're dating somebody. Should I stay in this relationship? Is there a new career opportunity for me? I don't know. You all have something going on, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so as you do that, as you do this inquiry, you're not even going to have to dream, because as you do this inquiry, it's going to be put out to the universe and it's going to start showing up for you. So be aware. It's like what Diana said. It's that if you're aware of what's going on around you, that's a clue about where you should go in your life. And so ask for that. Maybe it's going to be a general thing. What's next for me? What do you want? How can I create more income? What is it that you desire in your life? How can I love myself more? What do I need to do in order to make this happen? Because as you do this, really be present to it. And what can I do to shift? Because I was thinking about my question today driving up. What would it look like for us to have unlimited funds and pay off our loans here? Ooh, what would that look like? That would be fabulous. And so that for me, I'm putting it out rather than stressing about it, just saying, I wonder what that would look like in order for that to happen. I don't have the how or why. But I know that if I put that out there, the universe says, okay, let me work on that for you. So everybody got something? Yeah? So just take a moment. Okay, everybody got one? Yeah? Okay. We'll take a few more minutes. everybody done? Yeah, okay. Bob?
If everybody would put the pencils to their, towards the center aisle, that'd be great.
Pass them in.
Yeah,
Thank
pass
you
them
so
to the
much.
center.
Okay, so she says in here, I loved this. I am often asked if I've ever experienced or observed anyone receiving a dream that gave them bad advice. The answer is a resounding no. So again, it comes down to trusting that your high self, your inner knower, the wisdom within you is going to guide you exactly how you need to be guided. And I think that's part of it too, is that we don't trust that voice inside and we think it's outside of us. So allow that wisdom that's innate within you to guide you and to bring you what you desire, okay? So keep that question, take it with you, put it on your mirror, your computer, just read it before you go to bed. And what I want you to do next week is share what happened for you. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's do that because, my goal is to have you have something done every single Sunday. Because it's really nice for me to tell you funny stories and all that. But the thing is, I want you to transform and I want you to shift and change and I want you to grow. And that's my desire. Because my personal statement, I am the empowerment for all people. So here I end up being a minister. I never in 25 years old thought, oh, come on, no way. In fact, I didn't even like the word God. So here we go. I know, right? But you will be guided exactly how you need to be guided. It's perfect. All right. So what would be a good affirmation, Bob?
Just a side note too, the book and the dreaming to go with this is a lot of times we have the segments of dreams, but if you keep a book for a year and you keep reviewing the book,
Yep.
you will all of a sudden find a little stone path. And you're like, whoa, where'd that come from?
There it is. Well, it's so true. I'm going to put quotes on dreams. Let's see what we get. But the quote that we have right now, that we have for this month, to say to ourselves, and it is, where is it? I choose to love and enjoy myself. Don't you like that? I choose to love and enjoy myself. But I think what is coming for me to have you say with me is, I trust and know that my inner guidance is perfect. Let's say that together. I trust and know that my inner guidance is perfect. Because your inner guidance, not my inner guidance, your inner guidance. You are divine, you are wise, everyone has the Spirit working through you in the ways that you need to have it work through you. And that's really what it's about. So happy dreaming, everybody, and enjoy. And let's see. I think if there's any, believe in your dreams, they were given to you for a reason. I'm going to close with that. So give yourselves a hand, and thank you so much for being here.